while I introduce my first guest today. So please welcome Elga Fox is going to join me today. She is a singer-songwriter based in Dublin. She was born in Leitrim, and yeah, she moved to Dublin, and she's been a regular on the singer-songwriter circuit now for quite a bit, and she played a lot of festivals. So Canalaphonic, I believe, is one of them. Battle for the Bray, Five Lamps Arts Festival, and Culture Night in 2019, so just last year at the airport. So awesome. So a couple of festivals, and she's also into acting, and she was actually into acting and singing before she became a singer-songwriter. So singer-songwriter is kind of a recent thing for her. But she released her new single, which was just last year, at the end of last year, called Dynamite. It's an absolutely awesome single, and she had a video as well to go along with that. And I did play that on one of the shows. It was like 2 weeks ago we played it, so some of you might be familiar already with Elga, of course. She has performed at the Crystal Skull Sessions many a time as well. So, hi Rob, how's it going, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Please welcome Elga Fox to the show. Yes, yes, give you a round of applause, guys. I want to hear those round of applause. I want them to be so loud I can hear them so far away. Go on, Elga. There we go. Let's see if she can see me.
Can you hear me?
Ah, loud and clear. How are you
Oh,
keeping?
brilliant. Did you see me just sitting there talking to my cat for a
Yeah,
while?
we were here for about 10 minutes just watching you talk to your cat. It was beautiful.
He's actually here now.
We
He's
literally logged in. We're here literally 5 seconds, so don't worry.
he's
Uh,
here, but I don't know how long he'll sit there.
what's his name?
Ginger, a pal.
Ginger.
He's
Very
13
fitting.
years old. But
Ah,
yeah,
that's
he's
amazing.
gone now. That's all you'll see of him.
That's a guy. Yeah, bless him, Jesus. Yeah, so he's 13 years old.
Yeah, he's ancient.
Wow.
He's my little cat child, little granddad cat child.
That's adorable. And you had another one as well, and was it a boy or a girl?
I did. I had a boy. It was actually his son, and
Oh,
he
amazing.
unfortunately passed away there in November.
Ah, that's
So
so sad. How
yeah.
how how did the son die before the father? Like what happened?
Yeah, well, he'd lost his eye when he was a kitten, and then he lost his
Mm.
tail a couple of years later, and then he developed like lungworm and asthma at the
Oh
same
wow.
time. So his lungs were really bad, so he struggled with his health. But then, the last 2 years, he was all right. But he always kind of he had these underlying health conditions. So
Such a shame. That's
um,
so sad. Like I heard somewhere like because our dog, my mom's dog is she's about 12 now, I think. So she's getting quite old, you
wow,
know. So
that's
she's
quite old for a dog. Yeah,
yeah, so she's like blind in her left eye a little bit and things like that. But when I heard somewhere, I don't know if this is true, this might be all just crap, but the animals generally, when they start deteriorating with age, you know, that they naturally just kind of go into hyper deterioration, like they just start to die fast. Now, I don't know if it's true, but I'm sad for my dog, like, you know.
yeah, and also like the way my cat behaved in his final days, it's like he
Mm,
knew his death was coming, and I think
yeah,
animals instinctively know, and he went and just hid away so I couldn't
yeah,
find him. And there's a little area under my sink that they can get in under, and once they
yeah.
get in there, I can't get them out. I really should box it off, but
Should
he never
close that
used to
up,
go in
yeah.
there. He went in there. It's just like because in the wild, if they're very very sick, they need to hide so they can protect themselves from predators.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But also, it's like they know their time is coming near. It's a really bad sign. So
Ah,
so
Jesus bless. That's my, it's funny how we opened up with the cat conversation because
yeah,
uh
well, I mean, yeah, I was trying to get him to sit nicely like there, but you know, cats, they just do their
you
own
can't
thing.
you can't control a cat. No, definitely not. Definitely not.
So, and
Amazing.
I was using this bag of nuts as a pretend bag of snacks, but he's too smart. He knows
Nah,
there's no.
you can't fool a cat. Like you can't fool a
No, he's
cat.
looking at me going,
Tell me,
yes,
Elga, because we could talk about cats and animals for ages.
he could actually,
We
yeah. I
have
said we could talk
probably.
about anything for hours.
So tell me, how has like the last bit of quarantine been for you with regard to like creativity? Actually, I'd be really because that's something I haven't asked you yet. Like, how is the songwriting going for you in these times?
Well, I haven't like been writing a huge volume of songs, but I
Mm.
have been making YouTube videos. So I've kind of put out a few videos up on YouTube of just some songs that I'd already written. I
Mm-hmm.
finished one song and I'm finishing another song. But yeah, I suppose I've had more time to reflect about that
Mm.
and practice. I'm practicing more than maybe
Cool.
writing
That's great.
and
That's great. Yeah.
listening to music and that. Yeah, I know. I've been using the space that we all have now. This extra, like, well, some people they don't. They are actually busier, but for me, I've been a
Mm.
lot quieter. So it's nice having the space just to really figure out what the next direction is.
It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, because everybody's treating it differently, the situation. And I was like that at the start, for the first month or something. I was doing TikTok videos. You might have seen them on, I was putting
I
them up
did, and
on
I joined
Instagram
it
and
as well.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I
I
was doing
saw
like
your
different
video.
stuff. Yeah. I was just like, I don't feel like I haven't played the drums. God bless my Bowie band, for how I'm gonna sound like once I come out of this. But I haven't touched my drums, and my friend like Rob, the guitarist, he plays a lot. He's very good. Like he's quite committed to his guitar. He's playing a lot, and
Yeah,
I'm not able to pick up the drums or practice pad. But I fell into this kind of, so it's, and there was a bit of space, So I understand
yeah,
where you're coming from. You know what I mean? There's no necessity to have to, do anything, right? There's no
yeah.
pressure.
Exactly, and there is that stress in the air for everyone, and everyone's going to feel it differently. But
Hmm.
I joined TikTok as well, and it was such a lovely distraction, just a
Hmm.
little bit of light entertainment, a little bit of fun. If you want to be creative yourself, you can be. But I actually go on TikTok every day, just looking at everyone else's little videos all
Hmm.
around the world, and just people. Some of them aren't even like comedy or entertainment; they're just sort of talk about psychology or whatever. That the algorithm knows that's what I want to
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
about like psychology or whatever
Do you
is to come
think,
up.
would you like to become TikTok famous? Is that something that you'd be
Uh,
up for?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but no, I wouldn't be. I don't have that ambition right now. I quite
Yeah,
enjoy watching other people,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like just people who aren't involved in the entertainment industry who are creating these amazing little videos. Because I wouldn't be that savvy at
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
editing or anything like that. So when I see people like doing it, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Really, really clever,
There's a lot of work put into those videos, yeah,
Yeah, and
surprisingly.
they're brilliant
Yeah.
talent like that's around. It's lovely to see that.
It's a different form of video as well, isn't it? Like there's a different format to the way people are doing it, and it's like because we're obviously used to Facebook, we're used to MySpace, right, and Bebo, like
Old
that's
school.
we're into the old school stuff. So we've been through so many social network. High Five, did you ever use High Five?
No,
This is embarrassing for me. Um,
MySpace.
yeah, so it's like the precursor to MySpace even. So it's like we've been on this crazy like, social networking journey and then we've kind of come to where we are now. But it's all about like the sort of reach, right? Because it's kind of like, it's like as an artist, you're kind of trying to find that reach to kind of get as many people as you can to listen to your music, right? I mean, that's every artist is trying to do that, I guess, to an
Yeah,
extent. How are you finding that, like, let's say, just overall as a musician, like, to get reach? You have a really good like Instagram following, and it's just awesome.
the
Like, it's
Instagram
really
one.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do kind of like these YouTube videos like Try channel at the moment,
Hmm.
and I used to be part of Facts channel, which isn't going anymore. But so I have a following from those. So they kind of follow me, like so they, and then they find out I do music, and they're like, oh, we really like your music as well.
Mm.
So yeah, it's lovely to have that audience that aren't from like they're outside of Ireland mostly. So it's nice to
Mm.
have that. It's very encouraging. And so if I put up a little video of myself playing one of my songs
Mm.
here, they'll come along and listen to it. So that's really lovely, and it
That's
keeps me
awesome.
going. And then hopefully other people outside of that will just find the music and just appreciate the music for it that without not even knowing me. That would be lovely to find a new audience as well. So I
Mm.
am trying to reach a new audience, but yeah, I think I feel like things are going slow at the moment, but um, it's not wasted time either.
Mm.
Time to reflect and really figure out what you want to do and kind of figure out what direction like sound wise I'd want to go
Mm.
into
Oh,
in
that's
life.
interesting. Yeah, yeah. Is it like because you're into acting as well, and you did a great one with Jamie J. Carr, didn't you? The first
Oh yeah,
dates.
that was just before all this like kind of happened. This whole
Yeah,
pandemic. It was like maybe a week or two before things were starting to kind of creep in with the virus,
yeah.
and we got that sketch done. And I'm so glad we did actually, because like
It's
that's
great.
the last kind of little crew that we, without having to worry about social distancing. Because I can imagine
Yeah.
like working on a film set now would be impossible for
Yeah, I don't
quite a
think you
while.
could, right? Yeah, there's
Yeah,
just
so great to be able to do that. For yeah, it was good fun.
it's like how people release a single just before as well, the quarantine or whatever, or release a music
They're probably
video.
delighted that they got into the studio just in the right
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Jesus, imagine like so that was good timing. I thought that was really good. Do you because you've been doing acting longer than songwriting, right?
yeah, yeah. It's kind of like so the two complement each other quite well. It's
Mm.
nice to have the freedom to write songs and not like it's just sort of my little kind of creative outlet.
Mm.
And if people enjoy it, great.
Yeah, no, it's
It's always
awesome.
nice when people do like connect with the songs. That it does mean a lot.
Yeah. Is it like do you have a like do you ever like feel like more inclined towards acting versus singing at times? Is it like does it go up and down
Yeah,
sort of your
I love both of them. So
mm,
yeah, I love both. So sometimes if, like it's really hard to get acting work. So once I get a
mm,
bit of acting work, I just it reminds me about how much I love it. Or even when I get like an audition tape to do, I've had a few audition tapes to do at home.
mm-hmm,
So even getting those reminds me about how much I love acting and taking on a role and getting into the character's head and all that. I love all that, and
mm,
I love working with other actors as well and director and all that because it's more collaborative and you're working with someone else's text and writing unless you're a great enough actor to be able to write your own stuff, but I don't write my own films or plays or
mm-hmm.
anything like that. I just write songs. So it's lovely to be able to step into someone else's world and just kind of take it on. Whereas with the music, it feels like a more direct form of expression, and it's
Mm,
more me.
mm,
Whereas when I'm acting, it's completely not me. So like for that sketch, I love putting on the wig and completely changing myself. And because a lot of Jamie's following would be the same audience I would have from the YouTube videos, so I kind of didn't want them to go, oh, there's Elga playing like with Jamie. I just wanted them to not even recognize me and just really
mm.
kind of create an illusion of a different person. So I
Yeah.
love doing that. It's such a, I just love it. Like,
Yeah, it's great. Like, 'cause you get to it's like you're saying, it's not entirely yourself, so you get to, it's like playing almost, right? But it's expressing yourself, and it's content at the same time. So it's so many different things, which is great. And you're saying it's like it's difficult to get like an acting gig. Is that well, which I hear that everywhere, right? I mean, it seems to be like a global thing, right? It's not just in Ireland. Is it just everywhere? It's just really hard on actors to. I suppose there's just so many, right?
that's
Is it
it. So it's oversaturated with
oversaturated?
actors. There's not enough work for all the actors that want to be actors.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, only like a very small percentage of actors are going to be working all the time. And
Mm,
even like the very, very well known ones that are probably not always working and they're still fighting for roles. Like you'd even hear like Saoirse Ronan, heard her in an interview, like
mm.
feeling like having to really fight for roles and when disappointed not getting them. So I think any actor, no matter where you are, is going to find it hard. But yeah, so
Hmm. Do you
it's
think?
just
Yeah.
the life I'm going to be leading a creative life
Mm.
for as long as I live. So I've accepted that that I'll be doing whatever it is, creative outlet. It'll be either acting or music or something.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of people that I chat to, and I'm friends with, would be in that way, and but a lot of them find it difficult to make creativity their full-time job, right? It seems to be really hard, even if you have multiple outlets of expression, let's say, like art, painting, acting, singing, and it can be quite difficult to make that like a full-time situation. Have you kind of made it like a full-time thing? Or are you doing other like okay, forget about the quarantine for a sec,
Yeah,
which I'm
before
forgetting about
quarantine.
anyway all the time.
Yeah, I kind of just have like I've been living in Dublin for a while now, pursuing
Mm,
this kind of creative life. Um, so I've got a couple of mixers that kind of keep me going.
mm,
Lots of different things.
mm.
And if you just keep them all going, spinning all the little pies, or what, spinning the pies, spinning the plates,
Yeah, yeah, it's like a
spin
juggling act,
all the
right?
pies and spin all the plates, you can just about manage to kind of have enough revenue streams to keep yourself going, keep the
Yeah,
head above water.
that's
And I'm also very
mental.
lucky. My rent is low. My landlady has kept the rent low, so that's made a massive. I think
Yeah,
if I was paying the standard rent, like the going rate at the moment, although
yeah,
hopefully it'll drop, but might not. I don't know. I probably wouldn't be able to live in Dublin. So I am
yeah.
very grateful to have this space here, and my cat, who's my biggest supporter, support me all the way through. So yeah, I feel blessed, and I feel like I've been given this space. I should utilize it and try and create stuff.
That's awesome. No, I'm delighted for you. I'm so delighted that you have like low rent as well, because it's horrible. Like with the rent prices in Dublin, it's a terrible situation. So, but that's
Yeah.
amazing. So you are your own booking agent. You do all that stuff yourself, booking,
Well, I
marketing.
have an agent.
You do. Okay,
I
great.
have an actor's agent. I don't have a manager with the music. The music is just kind of I'm just doing it on my own, and I'm kind of
Okay.
happy to do that. time being. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you never had management or anything. You just went into the music and
Oh,
started
I
playing
had a
gigs.
manager for a while. Yeah.
Mm,
Um, but I decided it's just because
mm.
wasn't making enough money to have a manager, and I felt like I might work harder if I just do it myself.
Yeah,
Although
yeah,
a
yeah.
manager can get you little opportunities that you wouldn't be able to get yourself, but I think I just
Mm,
felt I was better on my own. Well, that
yeah.
maybe in the future I will. If I'm in a position where I need to have someone to help with all that, then it would be
Awesome.
great.
Tell
But I
me,
don't at the
tell
moment.
me about your recent song. Because I haven't heard you play it. Oh, did I? Maybe in Shinee. It's quite possible. Because you
Quite a while now since I've been down. Yeah.
every time I see it in Shinee, you're like, I'm gonna debut a song today, or I'm gonna play a song you haven't heard before. So I always love that. Every time I see it, it's like, oh, I'm playing something completely different, and it's like you almost start a new chapter of your life in songwriting. Is that kind of what
Yeah.
happens when you write? It's like you write a batch of songs that kind of represent your life at that time, and then you move on to the next batch. Is that how it works?
Yeah. And actually, I think that's kind of what's happened with this lockdown the last 2 months.
Mm,
I've been kind of putting up all my older songs that I feel like people liked during the live nights. So I put them on YouTube.
mm,
So because I already have faith in them, bar one which I hadn't really played, so it was nice to throw that at those. It kind of feels weird because normally when you have a new song, you bring it to a live audience and you can really feel if it's working or not. You try it a
mm,
few times, you'll get a sense of the song, and tweak it a bit, and feel if it's working and connecting.
mm-hmm.
But 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 online it's different. You know, it's very different because you're not getting that instant feel.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then people comment, so comments are good as well. But yeah, there's nothing like trying out right in front of people.
Mm,
So I miss that actually.
yeah, me too.
But
It's
with
pretty
the whole
crazy.
lockdown, I'm kind of like, right, I'll put all the old songs up. So I do feel like my music is going to change gear. And the
Mm,
song right at the moment is called Lone Wolf. Unfortunately, I don't have it ready for today. I'm kind of like, I tend to not rush them or force them. Maybe I should, but I don't like doing that. So
mm.
maybe if I did push them a little bit more and get them out quicker, I'd have more. But I kind of like to take my time, right?
Yeah,
So
you
I
might.
think that's going to be
Yeah,
the last of a certain kind of. I think after this, once I finish this song, I'll be onto something new, something different. I know, I can
amazing.
feel it in myself.
That's great.
I've
No,
worked
that's
through a
awesome.
lot, and like this time is like it's nice to have the time to kind of tie up some loose ends in regards to healing or anything that you hadn't had a chance to work on before because
Mm.
you're working or busy or you know.
Yeah, there's a lot more to like. You're on your own more, so you process a lot more stuff that's kind of past related, I guess, right? A lot of that stuff comes back up
Yeah,
to the
and I'm
front.
sure like yeah. So and because I'm on my own as well, it's like you're kind of faced with yourself a lot of the time, so
Mm.
which is a good thing as well. If you can come out, I definitely will appreciate people more
Mm.
after all it's over.
Yeah, I think everybody really will. I think it will be, and I'm hoping for. This is what I'm, and I don't usually like saying I hope, but it's kind of a habit, I suppose. But I really,
Yeah,
um,
I say it as well.
yeah, I'm expecting like a situation where people are a little bit more compassionate after this kind of situation, and sort of
Yeah.
more connected to each other and sort of maybe less kind of commercialistic and stuff. I don't know. Like I obviously
Oh,
have all those habits myself. I'm not saying anything that I'm not, but it would be
well,
nice for a little bit of a change, right?
yeah, absolutely. And it's one thing when you're talking about commercialism and I've the last 2 months I haven't been out clothes shopping. I love going into charity shops, finding little outfits. So I haven't had that, and that's been really really good for me. Like I kind of know anyway that I have too much stuff and I don't need to be buying stuff all the time. But being kind of in a forced situation to not be able, you can still do online shopping, but I don't do that. I just
Mm,
wouldn't trust myself. So not buying stuff, and I looking through my wardrobe and realize I've actually got like more than enough stuff. So it's nice having a stop on that for a while.
mm.
Just I don't think I'll be shopping like I did before after this. Although maybe in a couple of years, if I came into a
When
bit of
when
money,
when the
I'd probably be like,
spondulics come in,
remember you said on the interview,
yeah.
I'd be there with all the designer gear.
Exactly, because people, when you become famous, people are going to find this video and they're going to be as a reference, oh, like there's that video Elga did many years ago before she was
Yeah,
famous.
yeah,
Do you want to, we could talk for ages, of course. Do you want to play a song before we get carried away with another topic?
yeah.
Um,
Actually, I play Black Dog because it's kind of fitting for the times we're living in at the moment. It's
Deadly.
about acknowledging the dark side of someone close to you,
Love it.
or and yourself as well. It's
Brilliant.
called Black Dog. Oh, I'll just play it.
Take it away, yeah.
It was inspired by a recurring dream I had about a black dog,
Cool.
which is a metaphor for depression as well.
Oh wow, there you go.
But it's quite dark. It's one of the. This is the dark era. The songs from the dark era of my life.
There has to be a dark era, doesn't there? Because then you wouldn't recognize the light, right?
That's it. Oh, like yes, so true. Stars can't shine without brightness. Isn't that what they say? Yes.
That's a
So
better
I'll
way
just
to
fire
say
it.
it.
Yeah. You can hear me.
Yeah, ready to go.
Black dog comes to my dreams, bite my heels, 'cause he knows how I feel. I've been living alone too long, too long, too long, too long. I've been living alone too long, too long, too long, too long. Black dog is hanging his head, dripped in shame, looking for someone to blame. Is he a friend or is he a foe? That I don't know. Is he your friend or is he your foe? Black dog, black dog, black dog. Black dog, 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 black dog. And I see the faces of the people walking by with compassion in their eyes, yeah. They know the black dog. Black dog, black dog, black dog. Black dog, 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 black dog. And I see the faces of the people walking by, passion in their eyes, yeah. If they know the black dog. Black dog, black dog, black dog, black dog, black dog. Black dog is hiding inside lies till the day you decide to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up to the black dog. Yeah, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up to the black dog. Black dog, black dog, black dog. Black dog, black dog, black dog. Black dog, black dog, black dog. Ooh. Sorry,
Awesome.
my Snapchat, someone sent me a Snapchat there, so hopefully it didn't go bloop.
No, you hear a little bit, but it's not. It didn't make any noise. Actually, it's grand. Yeah, no, don't worry. It's all good. Great song, lovely song.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I might not have played that last time.
I don't recall hear. No, I don't recall hearing that song before. Actually,
Yeah.
um, really nice. When did you write it? Was it recent?
I wrote that. It's actually a good while ago. I wrote that like Christmas of 2018. I remember playing it live for the first time at the DC club.
Okay,
Colin Gavin was running a gig and he had me down, so I played it for the first time that night.
awesome.
Uh, so yeah, it's actually it's older. It's old enough, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I feel like at that when I played it then it was different. You know, I feel like sometimes it takes a while for the song to evolve. I feel like I need to play it live, and you know, if I was lucky enough to have a say bluesy band with that song, I would bring it to another level. You know,
Would you ever consider playing with a band, or have you before? I've never seen. I've always
yeah, of
known you as a
course, yeah.
solo.
I do love the freedom in just doing it by myself.
Mm.
Um, and I have played it. I played just on occasion with a blues band, and I was working with a Venezuelan guitarist, Hector. I don't know if you know him.
Yes, I
Um,
know him very well. Yeah.
yeah, so I was working with him. We were going to do weddings and stuff, but heart really wasn't in the covers. Like I love doing covers, but
Mm.
to do with that, I just felt like I'm happy enough to do corporate work with the acting, but for it, I love it, but I just my heart wasn't in it. So I think if you're going to do
Mm.
something like that, you really have to have drive and passion. So
Definitely.
I've more drive and passion to write songs and do the creative stuff that way.
That's it.
And
No half measures with you, Elga.
yeah, I really enjoyed the process of rehearsal. We rehearsed quite a bit and we worked together, and I learned a lot from him. And it
Mm.
was really fun because he loves blues as well. So we kind of made a lot of the songs like kind of bluesy. So we kind of put our own stamp on the songs, but we did a few gigs, and after maybe the third practice kind of gig we did, I was like, no, my heart's not in it.
Fair play to you for trying and giving it a go. It's not for everyone. Not, and of course, you've only got a limited amount of time per week, right, to do stuff. So,
Yeah,
you got to really, like you say, you got to really like what you're doing to fill up your time, right? Especially if you've got loads of different projects and especially if they're varied, right? Because if you're doing a bit of acting here, you're doing a bit of music, you're doing a bit of whatever else, you get up to drinking, having a couple of pints.
having a couple of pints, yeah.
By the canal.
Along the canal these days, yeah. I haven't been drinking. I did go on a mad one there Monday night. It was nice to have a blowout, but that'll
Yeah.
be me for a while now. I'm not getting too old for that.
Yeah, me too. As we were saying before, like, yeah, I can't do that either. It's nice to kind of give yourself that reminder almost. And
It is,
yeah, that and also just to blow off some steam, right?
yeah, absolutely. I think I just blew off a little bit too much, so I nearly blew myself up.
Like dynamite, like your song maybe in a way, right?
Like my song, yeah. And
So,
also, hopefully, I sound like I can feel it on my voice today. It's not even so much that it probably sounds the same, but I can
mm,
feel I just don't have that same sharpness or edge. It kind of dampens down. Whereas maybe
yeah,
10, 15 years ago, it wouldn't have made such a
you would have been
difference.
grand. Yeah.
Bodies are able to process alcohol quicker, and you just kind of bounce back. But now
Yeah.
it now it takes me days, so it's just not worth it.
No, it's good. I'm the same. Like, I had a few drinks on the Wednesday after my show, and then I have obviously the next show on Saturday, and usually I'm doing post work, the next day, and then the day after it's the pre-work, right? So I kind of that's how I
Yeah,
split my days, and I was so groggy, and I was still even to that show, to that morning of the Saturday of that show, I was kind of feeling, oh my God, I don't know if I can do, just like in my head, like thinking like, oh Jesus, how am I going to be perceived, energy wise? Is it going to be really? Because I felt so drained, right? Because it takes a while to catch up with your sleep as well and all that,
yeah,
because it.
yeah. It just whacks your whole brain chemistry and your
Mm,
hormones just like are all kind of put a little bit out of whack for a while. So it does take
mm,
a few. I think it can take at least a week for me now,
yeah,
but it can
yeah,
take a few weeks to just kind of get back to just being completely normal again.
that's it.
If you've been on a series of mad benders, I find it just take a couple of weeks
Yeah, yeah. Bit of
to get
water.
back,
Take
everything balanced again.
takes a while to rehydrate yourself, I hear as well. I hear it's like this mightn't be scientifically true or anything, guys, so
No,
don't quote me on
totally
it.
is.
But
Great
that it takes
compliment.
about 3 weeks for you to properly rehydrate your body. Like every cell, if you're drinking your regular four, whatever it is, or recommended esque, everybody has a different recommendation depending on their body weight and their body's ability to withhold water. But to properly rehydrate yourself, it can take up to 3 weeks. So
Yeah,
yeah, it
I
takes a bit
actually
of
believe
time.
that because I know that for myself. Like when I give up drink, and
Mm,
coming into the third week is when I start to really feel good.
mm.
Um,
So that's it. There you go. Well, look, I'll be off the drink with you. Um, Anna's gonna be off the drink with us. We're gonna try and build a team of like
okay,
try
when are you
try not the
starting?
drinkers.
Yeah, when are you start? We can support each other through it. When are you starting?
Now I've started.
Okay, I've started as well because
Great.
I was like, well, after Monday, I was like, I'm never doing that again, never.
Yeah, so you're in the perfect time now to start like making that commitment, right? Because it's still early days before you start going, maybe I'll just have a couple.
Yeah,
It's so
and
hard.
you know, the
Yeah.
one thing about doing live gigs and even doing this, like, this is a bit of a buzz for me now. This is like, I'll be buzzing after this. I'll be like relaxing and that. But I find when you're doing a live gig as well, just I don't really tend to drink
Mm,
anymore when I'm playing music, or I just doesn't the two don't go very well together. And
yeah.
playing music is such a buzz. Like I'll be buzzing after it.
Yeah.
That I don't really feel like I need it. So music is the drug for me.
Music is the drug. You said it. Would you like to play another song on that note?
Yeah, I could do what I want to. Despite it all, seeing we're talking about alcohol, um we can do the song.
Perfect.
Me. You could join in.
I'll click my fingers. I love how it all just ties in and flows into each other, doesn't it? Everything. So
Yeah.
there you
My,
go.
my gut was telling me before we started, just I was thinking about what songs to do,
Yeah.
and I just thought, yeah, this one.
So this is the song you released in 2017, is it?
2018 actually, yeah. But
This is
I
18.
recorded
Okay.
it like it's an old enough song,
Yeah.
and I've got it's on YouTube. There's a music video.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Shot with
awesome. Yeah.
LED. Do you know that singer-songwriter?
No, actually.
Yeah, I'll send you her music.
Send
She's
me the link.
definitely someone you'd worth getting on the show.
Deadly. Awesome. Great. I'm giving you the floor. Go on ahead.
She also does photography and video stuff, so
Cool. Cool.
multi-talented.
Awesome. Awesome.
Um, Saw you walking down the street with that other girl, and I walked on by with my head held high. But you know, baby, I just wanna curl up and die. It's a futile situation. It's the white elephant in the room. It's the irreversible damage you've done to your brain. Come on, baby, I can see your pain. Despite it all, I still love you. Despite it all, I still love you. Despite it all, I still love you. I must be mad in the head to ever have let you treat me that way. Yeah. Treat me that way. Oh, it's the constant lying to me, baby. It's the floppy dick syndrome. It's the smell of that onion won't cover the stench. Come on, baby, who do you think you're fooling? Despite it all, I still love you. Despite it all, I still love you. Despite it all, I still love you. I must be mad in the head to ever have let you treat me that way. Yeah. Treat me that way. Oh, treat me that way. Oh.
Awesome. Well done. Well
I
done. Awesome
definitely
tune.
feel the hangover seeping through as I was singing that one.
It didn't come across like that. That's
Oh,
a
so
lovely tune.
good.
That's a lovely tune. How do you feel like, have you done the live stuff? You told me you did a live one before, yeah, right?
Alive.
Sorry, a live on Facebook, like a live show,
Yeah,
right?
I did on
Mm.
YouTube. I did a
Oh,
live
great.
stream on my YouTube channel just for the first time, try it out. So
Yeah.
actually, it was lovely to see people turn up because they're like, when people turn up and when people do, it's just so lovely. Like you feel like, oh, great. And then
Mm.
I was actually like really nervous, but a different kind of nervous to how I would be for the live gigs.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah. I
it's
felt
so
that too.
contained and you don't have the energy of the audience to buzz off. So I love having a bit of banter or even, you get to chat to the sound guy or whoever, a girl. So yeah, it's such a different experience. So it's definitely taken me a while to get used to. But I did the first live stream I did. YouTube probably thought I was doing other people's songs or something. They kept taking me down the
Mm.
videos. I don't know what happened, but they kept taking me down the videos. But I kept coming back, and the people that were there to listen kept staying as well. So that was really
Mm.
encouraging. So I went and did another live stream. But I'm just preparing now. I won't do one until I'm really prepared until I
Mm.
figure out a way to kind of make the sound a little bit better. Because I'm
Mm.
just recording on my phone here as well, like so, little things like
Great.
that. I'm gonna pick your brain after this about all that kind of stuff.
100%. Yeah, no, you're more than welcome to. I'd love to kind of help people get their sound right, for sure. You know, I've been doing this over a month now, and I'm really enjoying it. You know, and I think there is many ways to make somebody sound fantastic. You know, for
Lots of little tricks.
yeah, just little
Yeah,
tricks and possibly with a little bit of investment if it's possible. You know, it would be great. You know, to kind of and stuff that can be used after quarantine, right? Like a microphone you can always use
a
again.
really
You
good
know,
mic. Yeah,
yeah.
and I just
Mm,
need a little bit of. I need someone to kind of help me out. Okay, this mic will suit your voice. I'm
mm,
kind of. I really need to educate myself more on those kind of things. So
mm.
and doing the live stream is great because you're having people chat to you via the live chat.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a skill in itself, like managing that, and you kind of need to have the technical stuff down so that you can just really perform. But yeah, it's all new, but it's great being challenged that way. And it's lovely that people want to hear the songs because like so I really need to do another one soon.
Deadly. Yeah, please do like keep in touch with that and send me any kind of links for any updates that's happening with you.
I
And
might
yeah,
send you one of my YouTube videos that I just did at home, like literally just record on my phone, but like it's nice and quiet here, so I think the sound isn't too bad. Like it's not
Cool.
amazing, but you
Do
can hear me.
do send it on, please do. And yeah, of course, if you need any help with the live stuff, is there anything you want to say to the viewers? We have viewers on 5 different platforms, Elga. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
wow.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah, I
viewers
kind
on
of forget.
Facebook.
I forget actually. It's like talking to you. It's nice. It's such a different experience doing this. But
Yeah, yeah, it's
what do I
awesome.
want to
We've
say?
got
I just
Dave
want to
Duggan
say,
actually. He's there. We got
oh hey Dave.
we got Daria. She's an awesome photographer. We've got Anna watching. We've got Rebecca
Hey
Cappuccini from
Anna.
Waterford. Yeah, we've got a load of people, and then we've got Twitch and YouTube as well. I think we've got a few there. Yeah, YouTube's like
I,
our second biggest platform now, so it's great. Like, yeah,
and
so
I shared the event on my music page. So
oh,
hopefully
nice
some of
one,
the people that follow me there may have clicked in. It might be like a weird hour in America or whatever. So um,
awesome, awesome, great. So sorry, yeah, did you want to? I kind of cut across you there. Would you like to
no,
say
no, I
anything to
just
the
like
viewers?
I'm really looking forward to getting into the studio. I kind of I really I know I've always known this, but my heart is really in blues music, blues and
Hmm.
folk. So I think that's I'd love to just really get work with a blues band, blues musicians, and develop that sound more. I mean, not saying that that's the only sound I'll do in the future, but I feel like
Hmm.
that's where I'd like to go. And
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to getting into a studio. I'm recording Black Dog, the song I just did,
Cool.
and Lone Wolf, this new song, and maybe another recent song I wrote called City Lights, which is up on YouTube as well. So people actually like my sound. Check me out on YouTube. That's the best place, or Instagram, but it's
YouTube's
mostly YouTube at the moment.
YouTube's the place to go. Yeah,
I'm kind of using my YouTube channel as just for music
yeah,
because Instagram's sort of like a bit of comedy, bit of acting, pictures, whatever. It's mostly just pictures on Instagram. I know
yeah.
some singer songwriters are great. They share like all their music on Instagram. So I am
Yeah.
thinking about trying to put more stuff on Instagram. But to be honest, I feel like scared, a little bit scared doing that, because it's so fast. Or TikTok
Mm.
as well. I'd love to just throw up a little like 1 minute video of myself playing on TikTok, but I haven't really got brave enough yet. So I'm kind of putting them on just on YouTube in one little spot. But eventually I'll get brave. Okay, I'll put it on the Instagram, put it on TikTok.
I'll
That
tell you
makes
one
sense.
thing. I'll tell you one thing. Now is the best time to be brave. That's all I'll say to you. Now is the best time to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
brave.
yeah. But
Honestly,
people they do seem to want it as well. So
I'd say
nice.
go for it. I'd say go for it. And whatever you're doing, it's amazing, Elga. Trust me. Like it's fantastic what you're doing. So don't hold back. And you might as well just go for it. Honestly, just go for it.
Yeah. I did actually do a cover of Human by Rag and Bowman, and he's got like such a bluesy, soulful
Yeah, yeah.
sound.
Awesome tune. Yeah.
And so I've been very inspired listening to his music because he'd be a little bit older as well, and he's still younger than me, but he's older, and he's got this kind of, there's a lot of, his voice is almost like, sounds like it's been classically trained, maybe it has.
Hmm.
So it's nice to know that you can have that kind of voice and those kind of songs and still reach a modern audience. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah. Because
I feel like
he's
my sound is
worldwide. Yeah.
almost like, my sound is sort of like a throwback, but
Hmm.
I would love to make my sound appeal to more of the younger audience and an everyday kind of sound as well, but
Hmm.
to kind of keep the integrity of the throwback as well. So have somehow marry the two, so that to make it a little bit more modern, but to keep the integrity of what I do,
Awesome.
which is a
That's
challenge for any artist, I think, is to kind of hold on. You don't want, like, I've had um, songs that kind of end up sounding very pop, and it wasn't
mhm.
quite really feel right.
Wow, yeah, I suppose I never thought of it kind of that way. I guess it's like because you want to stay true to sort of what resonates with you, but also you having to sort of almost make it kind of commercially appealing, right? So there's that
That's it.
fine balance, right?
That's exactly it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Because you want
yeah.
to hold on to that singer-songwriter, the feel that you have when you're playing just you and the guitar, you and like another musician, and that sort of, it's really hard to kind of bring that into the studio and into the studio recordings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You do need to kind of make it, if you want to reach a bigger audience. It would be so cool when you're saying about being TikTok famous. I would love if someone used one of my songs on TikTok.
Well,
That would
that's
be
what I
cool.
mean. Yeah, because that's
Oh, is that what
how.
you meant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, I mean,
like for a little
not you
dance.
doing like a
Although,
dance or something, but
oh, that I
you have
would
the
love
ability to
that. Would
write
be
music. Yeah,
so cool. Like I don't know if
yeah.
my songs are, they're not really modern, so they're not gonna, unless
Doesn't
I
matter.
record
I mean,
them.
even older songs like get there. I mean, I think it was like even like get into a meme sort of status. you know. But I don't know. I mean, it can be kind of it depends how you look at it, I guess. I don't know. That might take away a little bit of um sort of your essence if it's kind of just thrown out just specifically for, to get to the meme
That's
status. it's
true.
it's kind of like, but also once you launch yourself through like a silly meme, let's say, once you get eyes on you, people start looking at you then, and then some will fall off and go, oh, but, and then they'll see kind of the real you. They'll see, like, in a positive way, they'll see like, oh, she's into the blues stuff. Do you know what? Even though you did a random tick, this is all just for
No,
conversation
I totally
purposes.
get what you mean.
But
It all
but
kind
you're
of
pulling
feeds
people towards you, and then whatever percentage of go, actually, do you know what? I thought she was that doing that kind of style, but no, she's doing something even better that I'm more resonating with. What
yeah.
a coincidence! What a crazy situation. So I guess it's kind of like how to sort of come out through this sort of madness of loads of people, right? Of saturation of videos and stuff like that out to the front. And TikTok does that the best way. And Arthur wrote on YouTube here. He's like, is TikTok the new? He asked, is TikTok the new Vine? And I think it is. Like, it's kind of like it is in a way, but it's also the new social platform where people are able to. It travels better. The
Yeah.
advertisers haven't hit at it yet, so it's way popular, and it's interesting to look at and study. Like, even if it is just,
I love
you
TikTok.
know, mm,
I know like it's not supposed to be for the younger kids on it or like giving out about older people being on it, but you do see a lot of older people on it.
exactly.
I
Who
love it.
cares?
I love
Honestly, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. People at any age get get famous if that's
yeah,
what they want, or if it's an accident.
and so true. And there's everything that you want on there. Like there's people talking about psychology
Yeah,
or dating or fitness. So like
yeah,
little recipes, like people showing you how to do a quick kind of meal in a minute.
100%.
And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
oh God, I must try that sometime. Like just like everything's on there.
Everything.
So
You're right.
the
Yeah.
algorithm knows what I want. So it's throwing me up like
That's
food
it.
and diet tips and dating tips.
Yeah, and you're going to get videos that have like 2 likes right next to a video that has 500, right next to one that has 5 million. So they all just come in one after the when you're scrolling down, you know what I mean? When you flip down to the next video. It's
yeah.
amazing how they're all adjacent to each other. So it's a really good thing. I can't I always try to get that into a conversation with musicians because of course, it is a business as well, and we have to use the tools that are around us to an extent, as in, like, if we want to, or we can just write, music, and stay in the bubble, or stay in the community that is there, and for a lot of people that's enough, which is perfect.
Yeah,
But I can
and I
tell
feel a
with
little
some
bit like
it's
that as well.
mm,
Like I see the world where it could and I also like I'm a bit older, so I'm accepted that that I might just end up just doing it for a smaller
you
audience
don't
and
look,
that's
I don't know
it.
what you're saying, you're older or anything. You don't look older. There's no,
Ah, cheers.
I don't know
I'm
where you're
feeling good
getting this
confidence now.
this from. You have to remove that.
I
But this
will
is
actually.
something
I'll
we
stop
talk
talking
about
about the
maybe
age.
after.
It's because I turned 40 in October, so I think once I get to 41,
You,
I'll probably never
that,
mention the age again.
that's crazy. Like, I would never believe that, Elga, and I think a
But
lot of our
I can
viewers are
feel it
like,
after
no
Monday
way.
night. Monday night, I thought I was a teenager Monday night, and then the next day I
Well,
felt
don't
like
drink.
a
Just don't
woman.
drink. You don't need
I
it.
guess that's it. Done.
Same with
I'm
me.
just
I'm
gonna
feeling the
do the
same.
blues music. Blues music is my only drug.
That's
But
it.
just back to what you were saying about TikTok there, about say if you're one of your videos or songs, if you were lucky enough to have it used and it went viral and someone did a dance, and then it's in kind of people's psyche, that song, and they know it, and they're like,
Mm,
oh, I really like that song. They go and check you out. If you already have like a volume of work, like
mm,
an EP of maybe even folk songs,
yeah.
it's lovely to have that work there. So if people
Prepared.
do go and look at it, they'll go,
Hmm.
oh, actually, I really like their album, and they might not like it, but to have it there, I think it's so that's kind of like an incentive to just to keep producing good work, keep getting better, keep
Yes.
evolving. That's all we can do, and just have it there. And you just never know, like, and it might mean that like you'll only ever have a small audience, but to have an audience is just lovely. I feel really grateful that people are watching my
Mm.
YouTube videos and commenting on them and listening. So
Yeah, it's awesome.
that's it. The reason I'm still doing it is because I have people listening.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, even no matter the size, but it goes hand in hand. It's a beautiful feeling. It's lovely, and yeah, no, it's amazing. And it's
I find music. Well, I was saying I'm doing it for the audience, but
mm,
also I do play for myself to soothe myself
of course.
as well.
Mm,
So I think if I'm trying a new melody and I find it soothing, and I'm thinking, well, hopefully this will be soothing for other people as well.
mm,
But
mm.
it's not until you play it for other people that you really know if it's
You'd be
something that
surprised how many people can
other
relate
people.
to your music as well and feel the same way you do, you know, where it's like, oh, that song resonated with me. Isn't that amazing? You have a connection with somebody else because through music, right? So
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
yeah.
Mm.
I could ramble on about it for
I know
ages.
we could
Well,
chat for
actually, you've
ages.
got me thinking about being a bit braver. Maybe put some stuff up on TikTok and
Yes.
more videos on Instagram.
Yeah, feck it. Who cares?
I put up a little like 1 minute video of a human cover on Instagram. So that was my first time to do that.
Mm.
But then I archived it. You know the way you can do that on Instagram. I
Yeah, you can
archived
hide it. Yeah, yeah.
it. Sure. So it's just about building your confidence on social media. That's the way.
Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. Elga, I could chat to you for ages. I have another guest I have to bring onto the show.
I
So
know.
thank you so much.
It's
Uh,
such a pleasure. Thank you. This has been the highlight. You've got me through the midweek slump, midweek
I'm so
hump
happy.
day.
I'm so happy I could do that, Alga. We'll stay in touch anyway, and yeah, obviously just stay in touch, and we'll chat about loads of other stuff as well. And take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your recovery, your hangover
Oh, thank you.
recovery.
Yeah, I'm going to do a home workout now to be so fit.
Awesome,
Uh,
awesome. Take
not
care.
just to sweat out the toxin.
Get rid of those toxins. Take care of
Yeah,
yourself,
and actually
Alga.
it inspired me. I'm going to work on the new song
Do the new
as well.
song. Send me anything you have as well. I'd love to hear all how you're keeping with the songwriting and everything.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. A power to you if you're doing this radio show.
It's a pleasure chatting to you too. And yeah, thanks so much. I love it. I'm enjoying it so much. So thanks so much, Alga.
That's great because like yeah, it's that and that it comes across so much.
Awesome. That thank God. Thank God. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Take care of yourself, Alga. I'll see you soon.
Thanks so much, David, and talk to you
Talk
soon.
to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye. The cat has disappeared. Sorry, he's not cooperating today.
See you. See
Bye.
you.